is up, everybody? Welcome back to Warhammer. Let's keep going. How much XP are we from leveling up, by the way? So it's this. Archetypes. 400, that's it. Not that much. Not that much. Alright. Let's find our way into the secret spot. The machine altar accepts the contact circuit restoration hymn with a differential whir. No. Do not fail to save the game. Thank you. That's a lot of dudes.
I always keep my options open.
Dar Impulse the Sixth. The shortish, muscular man wearing the scarlet colors of the priesthood of Mars steps into your path. The wrinkles on his cheeks and forehead point to his propensity for frequent outbursts of fierce anger, but right now he is showing no signs of aggression. Glowing blue patterns of electric tattoos, or electus, show through his oddly bluish tinted skin. The man's eye sockets are dark and empty, yet he turns his face straight toward you with no hesitation. He has a sharp, screeching voice, not unlike a bird's cawing. May the charge of the Omnissiah's mercy persist in the hands of the faithful. May the motive force persist in their batteries. Make the sign of Aquila. The Emperor protects. The man responds curtly as if giving a military command. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. The hollowed electrodynamic cenobium receives you, pilgrim. I am Dar Impulse the Sixth, a servant of the motive force and the praetor electroid of the sacred monastery. And T-posers. Pascal bows down humbly before the man. A trill of Benharnic symbols come from his vox, to which the praetor responds with a solemn gesture of blessing. Pascal turns to you and says, "The rank of praetor electroid is a sign of high standing within the electro priest fraternity. To have been granted an audience is a great honor." Dar Impulse the Sixth. It was you, was it not, that Logos Abel came seeking an interpretation of his data trance? Yes, Tech Brother Abel arrived here to engage in a magnetic meditation that would help clarify his visions. Unfortunately, the heretic's machinations prevented us from completing the ritual. The esteemed Logos volunteered his help in defending the monastery, but contact was soon lost with him. Tell me more about him. We do not speak much to each other. He preferred to devote his time to solitary reflections in his chapel. The Omnissiah has given Tech Brother Abel a gift of great insight, which allows him to discern each individual facet of existence rather than the overall view. This makes his logic different from that from other people. His mind has always been able to combine facts and conclusions into harmonious wholes that were nothing short of beautiful. Many among my flock found his sermons poetic. What kind of visions was he receiving? The Omnissiah's revelation was encrypted with great meticulousness, which indicates its great importance. Grasping it fully is beyond my ability, but a single touch was more than enough for me to realize the enormity of the secret concealed within, or more exactly, the secret design, which was how Tech Brother Abel referred to it. His mind has discerned in the world around him traces of some grand silence that he wished to comprehend. I've rescued him from the insurgents. Hope the Omnissiah preserves Tech Brother Abel's life, that he may continue to comprehend the mysteries he has tapped into. I have a few questions about this place and the people in it. Truth is like light, and blocking its path is criminal. Who are you? The hard-working servants and dwellers of the Cenobium, electro-priest of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The Corpuscari did us a great honor by entrusting into our care the sacred relic around which the hollowed electrodynamic Cenobium was built. What precisely do you believe in? We devoted ourselves to the worship of that aspect of the machine god which is known as the motive force. It is the blessed divine spark that creates impetus in the universe. The Omnissiah, in his mercy, gave the world the gift of the motive force, and we follow its impulses in order to increase it, bring it to lay people, and protect it from unholy hands. The relic that this monastery protects provides the entire planet of Rykad Minoris with the blessed motive force, and we, unworthy though we are glad to serve the ancient machine that dwells in this place. Tell me more about your relic. It would be pointless to describe the miraculous fusion reactor. Only through beholding its ferocious power can one comprehend its blessed essence, the fear the might of the Omnissiah. Its core was found 4,000 years ago and delivered to Rykad Minoris by the holy warrior of faith Locke Impulse the First. During one of his campaigns, its sacred spark had not gone out for an instant, and the walls and the power units of the Cenobium have been erected around the relic in order to protect it from ignorant lay people, as well protect them from its formidable might. Pascal keeps his soul in silence, but the quick clicking of his mechadendrite's claw betrays his excitement at being so close to the sacred Archaeotech. You are not like members of the Adeptus Mechanicus that I have met. Our faith imposes a duty of obedience on us. Every electro priest is given numerous electus that combine in a blessed voltageist circuit, allowing feeble flesh to withstand the might of the motive force. This is why our skin glows with its light and our eyes boil and melt when we are ordained. The Omnissiah's tears is what we call this phenomenon. This dying away of unworthy flesh. As we shun the layperson's primitive means of looking at the world, we gain the ability to sense the motive force around us with our entire bodies. I understand. I'm pleased to be the conductor of truth. Why are you calling me a pilgrim? Only those lay people who desire to experience the motive force are allowed to cross the monastery's threshold. All others are profaners and criminals. You do not belong to the fraternity of electro priests, but your intentions are good. If we were not seeking the Omnissiah's wisdom, then it was the motive force itself that brought you here to find it. What happened here, and how did you manage to survive? When the heretics descended in droves upon the cenobium, we gave battle, but the unholy foes bury the Omnissiah's warriors on a mass of their bodies, thus extinguishing the defender's sparks of purity. It was then that I ordered my few surviving brethren to retreat into the monastery's secret chambers. Upon taking refuge there, we began to destroy the blasphemous intruders in surreptitious ways. Alas, as fiery as my brethren's anger was, I had no right to permit them to die in honest combat, for the task of taking back our abode still lay ahead of us. I must commend the skill with which your secret chambers are concealed. You hear a tinge of wounded pride in Heinrich's words, as if he's upset about failing to discover the Electro Priest's shelter. Your choice of tactics was wise as well. There was no point in losing more lives in the massacre that the cultists wrought. The leader of the heretics fought her way into the Ark, wherein dwells the miraculous fusion reactor. She is trying to desecrate the rite of the operation with her unholy litanies, so that the relic may be corrupted and the world of Reichad Minoris may perish in a fount of fire. My brethren and their magnetic meditation are hampering her efforts by chanting access request prayers in unison, thereby suppressing the commands that the blasphemers enter. Praetor Electroid nods his head towards his entranced comrades. This holy place will be protected against sacrilegious practices, I swear. And the monastery was attacked by people who looked like electro priests. That is a lamentable mistake. We knew of no help that was on its way, but we were not expecting to encounter any allies in the monastery's chambers. But I see that you are alive, and I mourn the senseless deaths of my brethren. My enforcers and the governor's guards can help you reclaim the monastery. I cannot allow this. Lay people are forbidden from visiting the monastery, and only a few are allowed to behold the Ark and the relic within. You and your retinue are pilgrims of a special status bestowed by the Emperor. However, should any soldier unblessed by the Omnissiahs cross the monastery's threshold, I will deem them as a heretic and have them put to death. Confirmed. The presence of lay people on monastery grounds without the Praetor Electroid's blessing will be regarded as a sacrilegious violation of the holy rite of operation. Heinrich opens his mouth for a second to say something, but then changes his mind and quietly clears his throat instead. Sure, better to die protecting their lumens and coils than to accept help from unworthies, and we're left to deal with the mess as usual. Yes, I see. House Orsilio follows the same rules when it comes to outsiders. You made the right decision when you chose to avoid combat and save yourselves. Thank you, Pilgrim. It was not easy. Watching unholy intruders stampede through the chambers of my temple, we will all envied our brethren who had fallen before the sacrilege began. I wish to enter the unholy reactor. Or wish to enter the holy reactor, not the unholy reactor. It's holy, I'm sorry. The Ark is hidden from Pilgrim's eyes, but considering the extraordinary circumstances of your visit to this monastery, I grant you that right. The hall that leads to the high reliquary has been barred by the enemy, but I'll open a secret path for you. Enter the Ark and experience the motive force, Pilgrim. We pray to the security systems that they may refrain from punishing you for your intrusion. I must press on. May the charge of the Omnissiah's grace persist in the batteries of the faithful. Alright. Anything cool, hidden goods? Don't mind if I do. Thank you very much. Alright, guys. I think we got a big boss fight ahead of us. Into the bowels of the monastery. Let's save again while we're down here. Always be saving. So I'm assuming this is like the blocked door. Oh, nice. Loot. I'm assuming that's the blocked door, and this is the actual. Oh, I was gonna save. Is it only one person? We can hope, right? Hello, Aurora. Nice mask. The face of the woman who stands before you is hidden behind a grotesque Spartan mask, yet the voice pouring out beneath it belongs to someone else. It is husky, somber bass of a void wolf, a border of ships. How predictable your path is, how static, all the possible deaths you have skirted only to perish here, and the fiery tempest will mark the final dawn. The woman turns her mask to Pascal and gloats. You have arrived just in time, little cog. The schismaticals use your regalia like a mask to subdue the reactor. Pascal's box rasps musingly. A cog. I cannot comprehend why apostates try to insult me by comparing me to the sacred symbol of our faith. It is irrational. His visor lights up like a crimson herald of bloodshed, and his drilling mechadendrite whirs viciously as it readies to strike. Silence, heretic. Your crazed preaching will not touch my mind. Do you cling to your blindness so desperately? Do you think it will protect you from the blinding radiance of truth? The woman's voice breaks and shifts to a different pitch and timbre, a martyr's voice, young, fervent, and in pain. Time has all but run out. I can hear the fist of the future knocking on the door of the present. Choose quickly what you want to be when it walks in, a blind slave to what is gone, a faithful servant to what has come, or a corpse. I would take some time to rescue you from the details of the future that the cult prophesizes. Hopefully when we're done, what's left of you will still be capable of coherent speech. What you'll be is a living torch blazing for his glory. Argenta's voice burns with pure hatred and trembles with impatience to make the promise come true. Cassius squints and looks away. Yellows, reds, violets, oranges, blues, wild colors scorch the eyes. But where the motley masks end, nothing but a colorless void remains. Who are you? My name is known to you. I am Aurora, servant of Uralon the Cruel, and the spark of the final dawn that is destined to set Rykad Minoris ablaze. A great path for the one who was born in the Imperium's bondage, but shunned her predestination in favor of the changes promised by the edge of the daybreak. Whose servant are you? Is Uralon a demon or just another heretic? Resounding laughter comes from behind the mask. Your flippancy is so amusing. Why, you have no inkling of the chasm that separates us. He is a prophet who foresaw our impending doom and who graciously bestowed upon us the right to choose a different path. He is a shard of ancient wisdom from the time before we were slaves to our bitter predestination. Rogue Trader, I can't wait to close this creature's mouth with the seal of death, or are you saving this glorious deed for yourself? The edge of daybreak, is that your unholy patron? Our teacher, our savior, our merciful God, born in the Imperium out of the woes of those laboring under a legacy of ignorance and servitude. You cannot see the woman's face behind her mask, but judging by her tone of malicious triumph, you can swear she is smiling. And he remembers you, Gregor von Valancius. The silly savior fantasy you've been acting out amuses the true masters of those people's fates. So what is the final dawn? It's all your followers ever talk about. A salvation from a death whose name is yet unknown, but whose approach is sensed by many. Soon it will claim every inhabitant of the Koronus Expanse. Do you think anyone will come to our aid when cataclysms shake our homes and planet? Why genocides are unleashed? Will the Emperor help? Or the idol of iron they call the Omnissiah? No, we will die alone and abandoned. Only one deity is promising salvation, the edge of daybreak. Mercy and salvation will come to all who believe in him and purify their souls in the light of the final dawn. What servitude are you talking about? What predestination? Everyone born in the Imperium has a predestination. The soldier, the commoner, the administratum official, the technomat, the void rat, all are consigned to serving the Golden Throne and then dying a grim death for its glory. The Imperium never thinks twice about treating people as exploitable and expendable. After all, they are most easily replenished of all resources. Even your path, predestined, Rogue Trader, you will inevitably perish on your quest to expand humanity's domain, and your end will be particularly grim and ghastly. The fruits of your efforts will be enjoyed by others, the eternal aristocrats who dwell on Mars, Terra, and other safe worlds. They insist that it is the natural order of things, but that is a lie. It is an order that benefits them. Why are you blinding people? Do you think they are blind? They see far more than you do. Through reflections and mirrors blessed by the energies of the Imperium, the edge of daybreak reveals to them visions of true existence, then gives them glimpses of what is to come. The eyes lie. Our erstwhile masters have taught them to see only what is consistent with the lies they tell. The gift we give is that of true sight. The woman takes a glass prism out of her folds of her clothes and looks at you through it with a mocking chuckle. The prism's bluish pink sheen imprints itself on your retinas as though it's been burned into them. Guess what I see when I look at you? In that case, you should consider losing the eyes too, sister, because your visions are all wrong. My whispers are telling me something completely different about who dies here and now. I won't spoil the surprise, so let's just say it'll come as quite a shock to you. I think that's enough heretical talk. Conversations about truth always frighten ignorant minds. Your people wanted my head. Why? Brother Twilight, known to you as Kunrad, marked you as a target. Your foiling of his plans sealed your death warrant. It is now a predestined certainty that changes can no longer affect. Are you trying to blow up the reactor? I am lighting the spark of the final dawn. Sometimes the future revealed in the edge of daybreak's visions is fragmented between the facets of possibility and the view is unclear. I have glimpsed the importance of this place for what is to come, and I have solved the puzzle. The flash of purity will transform this world and bring it closer to the Imperium, in which it will be reborn. False believers will perish in the fire, whilst the faithful will find their salvation in their new form in it. You will never tame the spirit of this ancient and noble machine, ignorant layperson. It does have a vile temper, but I have assistants who can help tame it. Thoma nods casually towards the ma'am electro priests, whose hands are fixed to the control panels with steel stakes. Oh dear, I didn't see them. One of the servants of the Omnissiah casts a torch glance at you, his voice trembling with horrors. Blasphemous spirits have crawled under our skin and into our sacred iron. Take the motive force of our bodies, I implore you. We do not wish to offend the Omnissiah with the sacrileges our hands are committing. They resisted for a long time, but now their bodies and souls belong to the schismaticals. Line after line, they scrap code they produce will awaken the reactor's unyielding spirit as well, and it too will yearn for change and freedom. Enough, I will rid Rykad Minoris of your tyranny. Execute them in the name of the Edge of Daybreak. The Electro Priests ripped their hands off the command panels, rending their flesh on the stakes that pierced them. As their schismatical controlled bodies are imbued with the motive force's radiance, all the unfortunates can do is scream in horror and plea for a swift death. Aurora begins muttering an unholy litany in broken Gothic. Willpower test succeeded. You cannot make out her blasphemous words, but the name of the heretics keep repeating the edge of daybreak digs into your hearing like a blade into defenseless flesh. It sounds as almost physically painful. It spawns strange and impossible phantoms in your mind. However, you manage to muster your strength and banishment from your mind. Nice. Boss battle. Initiate. Coughing. Initiate.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
Let's save. Alright. So you're protected. Okay. We've got people on both sides. A lot of people. 24 to be exact. 24 people. We kind of want to fight out here if possible. At least I would like to fight out here if possible. So the problem with doing it like this is she wouldn't get a turn. Alright, let's see how this setup works at the start here.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Give Argenta her turn. You've got a lot of targets here.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Just hoping for a, you know, in a crit. That didn't happen. That's okay. Let's get you out of the line of fire.
This battlefield in righteous fury.
Cassie has done what she can do.
Give me strength.
Rounds until the reactor explodes? Well, how do I stop that? I don't see a way to stop that from happening. I think the reactor is just exploding, friends. Cassia?
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Doubt is for the weak. Each strike is a prayer.
If I were to move here, could not reach you guys with anything meaningful. What if I were to move here? You get two people with it. That's not terrible. Does put her in a very bad spot though, so I don't think we're about that at the moment. And that can't reach, but that's okay. Let's move you here for now.
Tomes of military tactics.
Continue. Adira. I could get to the point where I could zap them That would be cool.
There is movement in the Imperium.
Beautifully done. Let's give myself a boost here. Gotta make sure she doesn't die. Oh, you're gonna get ripped apart, girl. Pascal. I was hoping that would actually take them out, but it didn't. It's okay. How can we stop this from exploding? I don't know. You can't shoot her, right? You cannot. You can't shoot all the way back to here, though. Like, I might actually go for these gunners.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Dang, missing the 90% chance is not where it's at.
Yet iron knows no pain.
Heinrichs, it's your turn. Okay. I haven't really got to use him in a fight yet, so I'm really just learning his stuff now.
I won't object to it.
Fill you up. Let's move you. It's not really that great.
For the throne's glory. Naturally.
We can take the
I
shot.
won't object to it.
Figured it was gonna miss, but we could take the shot still. I wonder if the Electro Priests are doing... So I see they have something. What do they have? I have Oblivion. Here's the machine. I don't know. What I do know is it's Gregor's turn now.
I'll see to it personally. You never stood a chance. I'll make it happen.
Sworn enemy.
I
Nice.
won't go down easy.
Take that. Looks like he's shooting an Argenta.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Alright.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Beautifully done, Argenta. Cassia does need to be getting in on this now.
Step aside. The navigator is coming. Do not not dare ask.
Deer's turn.
Was that you?
I'm amended.
Beautifully done. And let's see here.
But of course.
As the tactical imperative dictates.
Let's see what this does. Let's do that. And then we can do that.
Binaric override.
And also expose weakness. And even machine spirit vanish. Argenta. Tempted to do this. But honestly, the extra turn from Cassia is better. Get over here. Enfeeble him.
Let's see to it. Only terror smite your fury.
That is your enemy, Gregor.
I'll see to it first.
Oh, the parry. I really wanted to test if that was what would give us an extra round. The final dawn is coming. Oh no. Huh. Well, let's see. How do we prevent that? How do we prevent that? Be right back. I'm gonna try to figure this out. It's gotta be from killing the guys, right? I'm not even gonna go figure it out. I'm gonna try this again. That's fine. You can be up there. Heinrichs, you can be up there. Pascal, I would like you to be safe-ish. Argenta, I need you to be able to shoot people. Cassie, I need you to be able to give her a turn. Adira, you are gonna need to be able to shoot people too, but for now you can be safe-ish, safe adjacent. Start battle. Let's save. Argenta, bring it down. Going for a gunner to shoot. That one will work. Thank you, Argenta.
Scorn the pain.
If I may,
That's just a fighter. I'm not really interested in that.
The Emperor commands, I act.
Great shot, Argenta. Yeah, you can't do much from here. So Adira, on the other hand, yes please.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
A 40, that's incredible, good job.
Anything else?
Analyze, expose. Scowl's turn.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful.
That's one.
Request approved.
Two. Oh, dang it. I meant to have the ability to do that. Oh well. Shoot at a gunner. %95 chance. Don't mind me missing. It's okay. Argenta.
I'll do it.
Let's go ahead and do this first. Then
As the Emperor commands, I act.
she knows what her job is. They don't have a great aim, so I'm happy when they do that. Heinrich's turn.
Go down easy. I need a
Get you
foothold.
up here, Heinrichs. You wish to be strong, Heinrichs. Let's go ahead and feeble all of these guys.
Glory.
God, the parry. So bad. Okay, great. Move
Don't
here.
let your guard down.
That's
I'll make
one.
it happen.
This doesn't
I'll
cost
see to it
AP.
personally.
This is our big test here, trying to kill this guy. Please kill him so I can know if this is what I need to do.
Your end was
Yes, okay.
inevitable.
Good.
Who if not me?
Get Ender going. You're not shooting at Heinrich, that's interesting. You're shooting at Argenta. Probably a good choice.
Temporary setback.
Sorry, guys. Dodge it. Nice. Dodge it. Parry, it works too. Cassia?
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
I think we start working on the priest here.
Do it.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
I think I'm gonna do that so I just avoid
That
my
is foolishness.
ally or not. No, I can't avoid my ally, so let's do it.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Don't think I can get all of them. Let's do that.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Adira, you're gonna come this way with Gregor. Help him out a little bit. Analyze. Exploit.
Anything else?
Zap.
Will do.
Oh, really? You do less now because of that. I'm still not 100% sure how that works then.
High momentum.
That's 33 to 44. If I were to then expose weakness, let's actually just do this.
Running binary override.
It's definitely more damage. And then what if we were to do this?
Prognosis is favorable.
Less damage. So it does less damage. Should have done this first. Oh well. Oh, I should have used the thing on Cassie. I messed up. Oh, that's okay. But it kind of sucks.
The Emperor commands, I act.
It's kind of important.
Doubt is for the weak.
Quit dragging me back over here, please, game. Dang, 62% chance there was hopeful for sure. Dodged, but got hit once. We definitely need more help on this side. Heinrichs?
But of course, Lord Captain.
See yourself up, bud.
Naturally. Let's see to it. I'll make it happen.
This man is in our way, Gregor. Eliminate him. This man is also in our way, Gregor. Eliminate him. Yeah, we really should have gotten the Cassie's ability. It's okay.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Faith without deeds is worse.
Nice job, Argenta. Now,
In the
let's grant you an
name
extra
of
turn.
House Orcelio, I shall prevail.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. As the Emperor, none can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Quit moving.
Eradicated. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
I love it.
I'll do it.
Rapid reload. All right, who we got a shot at next? Beautiful.
Each is a prayer. As the Emperor comes round.
I don't know if y'all see how cool this is, but it's pretty dang
I'll do
cool.
it.
And that was just her extra turn.
Be careful not to cross my gaze. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Oh, I missed. That's okay. Adira?
They who discern the future on the battlefield. Anything else?
Nice shot, Adira.
But of course. Will do.
It's funny because they're like scared to
Advancing.
they don't move forward because we're out of range. It's weird. Let's expose his weakness, but then let's also
The Omnissiah
apply more of this to him.
comprehends all.
Argenta.
Doubt is for the...
I wonder if this like stacks. Cannot see you from there. Miss. Unfortunate, but that's okay. It has to happen sometimes, you know?
Get me a target. I won't object to it.
Murder! Awkward.
If I may.
So many extra turns.
I'll do it.
Really sucks when you mess with your extra turns, though.
Emperor, give me strength. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Dang, he actually succeeded? That sucks. Adira, be Adira,
What is this?
and destroy him. You did a little bit of damage. It was baby damage, but you got in there.
Activate calculated fury algorithm.
There's no harm in doing this. It might increase. I don't know if it does, but it could. Oh, it looks like it does. I mean, it says stacks.
It's a prayer.
Everyone, step aside. For the throne's rule.
Good try. Actually, I'm gonna start moving you back this way. Because there's only one guy left.
If only that were possible.
I don't think you can see him, can you? You
As the
cannot.
Emperor commands, I act.
Unfortunate,
Rejoice in
but at least we can
battle.
move you.
Cover me.
Need you to dodge some more, Heinrichs.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fo-
This is kind of your thing here, bud.
The Emperor is on our side. Let's see to it.
Nice. Enough! Now an aged, rattling voice speaks to you from behind the bloodstained mask. Your powers to halt the approach of what is to come. I see a crimson trail leading humanity to its doom. I see the glow of the final dawn, and that means existence has made its choice. A dagger flashes in Aurora's hands. She drives it into the control panel with all her strength. Now you will see too. A blinding voltaic arc bursts forth from the broken control panel and strikes at Aurora's uncanny mask. Its metal heats up, smoke billows through the bars. With a howl, the cultist collapses. The light is gone. Was that it? The final dawn? But why was it so different from what our teacher promised? Aurora shakes her head blindly. Her voice is now the voice of an ordinary middle-aged woman, frightened and in pain. You will pay for this. You will. The woman's body goes limp and collapses to the floor. Her iron mask hits the ground with a dull thud. Pascal examines the corpse with contempt, then concludes dryly, confirming purgation and termination. And Heinrichs grimaces in disgust. The heretic took her secrets with her. Pity. The motley hues have rejected her, leaving only a grayish-green thread, the noose that the heretic put around her own neck. I've seen this many times before. No one can escape fear itself. I said it would come as a shock to her, didn't I? Her eyes literally sparkled with astonishment. Adira's smug grin gives way to an expression of concern. That said, my friends, from behind the door won't calm them down. They keep sneering and guffawing as if the joke's on us and not her. Oh dear. Heinrichs approaches Aurora's body and leans over it. A minute, please, Gregor. I need no more than a minute. Please don't fail. Thank you. The cogitators probably well beyond repair, but your attention is drawn away from the sacred machine and toward the dagger sticking out of the control panel. On closer inspection, it turns out to be a lavishly decorated handguard of a sword whose blade has been pried out. Its pommel is decorated with a strange adornment resembling an eye covered by a scaled lid. What remains of the blade has blue sheen to it, the same tint as Kunrad's weapon during the mutiny on your void ship. This is no human-made object. It is grown from wraithbone, a material favored by the Alderai. An Alderai material composed of crystallized psychic energy used in the creation of everything from art pieces to craft worlds. An ancient, highly advanced alien race. As you lean over the shard, you suddenly hear a multitude of voices. They blend together, and individual words are distorted as though they are mocking your attempts to grasp their meaning. The nagging whisper is like the burning red scratch of an unholy claw upon your mind. No. Toss the shard into the depths of the reactor. Get this shite out of here. As you touch the handguard, an otherworldly cold envelops your hand, only for a mere instant, as the very next second you send the corrupted weapon flying into the shining abyss. The terrible wail of several dozen voices pierces your mind for a moment, only to turn into a deafening shriek and break off as a clap of electricity is heard somewhere beneath your feet. What was that? Heinrichs appears behind you. Did you think it a good idea to throw something into the reactor? I'd refrain from such experiments if I were you. Rogue Trader, on behalf of the Holy Ordo, so thank you for your cooperation and release you from your requisition. From this moment on, I am at your service. I am ready to come aboard your ship and head for Footfall as soon as you deem it possible. That is, if you don't have other business to attend to in this system. In which case, I'm prepared to assist you in its prompt resolution. Remove the mask. The iron helm is firmly attached to the heretic's flesh. Her face is impossible to make out in the darkness behind the bars of her mask, but after peering at it for a little longer than necessary, you wonder if for a moment you saw something move. Oh no. Let us finish cleansing the monetary, Pascal. Executing. Let the Omnissiah given motive force flow and all obstacles in its path be eradicated. A great success, very neat. I need time to save and loot. Oh, thank goodness. Sweet. Let's definitely throw a save down before we start looting, and we're gonna loot before we finish. I have to loot. All attack of opportunities deal an additional agility bonus. Blasphemous Prism. Gem of Dark Vitality. Oh my. Who wants attack of opportunity gloves? It's gonna either be you. I think it's gonna be either you or Heinrichs, and Heinrichs doesn't have gloves, so let's give it to him. Time for lots of looting.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Pretty excited with how everything's gone so far, you know. I mean, we did pretty good in that fight, I would say. I mean, unfair difficulty, we're kind of rocking it. I mean, you know, it was only Act 1 or whatever, but That's probably like the end of Act 1,
always
honestly.
have a
We've done
backup
every
plan.
planet in the area, unless they added some more things to do. Some cultist fighters. Lots of cargo. I'm kind of want to change up my formation here. There we go. That's better. All right, guys. Well, quit failing to save the game. Thank you. I would continue, but we're at 50 minutes. So that's going to do it for this one. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.